else.
But
Meeting is being recorded.
yeah,
Yep.
all right. Welcome to the Creative J's podcast. My name is Jay Lou, and this is the crew. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's going on? My name is Playboy JB.
Well, I'm JT.
All right, what's up with it, guys? I'm Joe.
All right. So today we're gonna be discussing a few things, some things that have been happening throughout the week in regards to sports, film, music, and anime. So who want to kick it off first? Anybody got like anything they want to talk about first?
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess I can kick it off with sports.
Got
I love everyone knows, this first, I guess, the pilot. So I'm a sports fanatic. I live with J Lou, and Jesus. So y'all know, talk about sports with them guys all day, every day. Um,
mm
Oh yeah.
so, so yeah, man, like, and that's any sport, baseball. Shit, I didn't start getting into hockey now. Shout out to the Florida Panthers for going back to back in the hockey. I was going for the Canadian team though, but hey, yes, I don't care.
Hockey.
Yeah, man. I didn't got into hockey. I got into hockey now, bro. So hockey, um, golf, bro, all that shit. I'm into it.
So you finna get
Uh,
into what, like ping pong later,
yeah, I
or
mean, like, I'll pay attention. If it's on TV, I'll watch it. Like, if it's anything competitive, I'll watch it, man. Like, and I'm not really a like I said, I was going for the Canadian team, so I'm not like a biased sports fan. I have favorite teams and like my favorite sports, so like basketball and football. But outside of basketball and football, oh, and baseball, I'm a Rangers fan. But
Yeah.
outside of basketball, football, and baseball, like I don't really care. Like whoever's good, I'll support them. But lately, it's been a lot of things going on in the basketball world.
Oh
I was
yeah.
talking to Jay Lou about it, man. As a Mavericks fan, I've been kind of heated since February, which is kind of
Me too.
crazy.
Me
Like,
too, bro.
like crazy, bro. Like, I've been pissed off for like what for the last what is it? July for the last 5 months. The last
Yeah.
5 months, I've been kind of pissed. So it's
Since
like, damn,
February 1st, bro. At
yes, bro,
11 p.m. 11:30
bro,
p.m. to be exact.
yes,
Oh,
bro.
you know the
Like,
exact time. That's crazy
yeah,
work.
bro. It's been a shit show. Like, it's been a whole shit show for the last 5 months. Like. And like I'm on an emotional roller coaster right now. I am from Dallas, so I'm a big, Dallas Mavericks fan. I don't give a fuck about the Cowboys, so let's put that out there. I'm not one of those it's our year type of guys. But I do
Now,
support.
now, if we go viral, you know your city gonna be on your ass about saying
I don't.
this
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
on a
yeah.
public platform.
Look, and that's fine. People in my city know I don't fuck with the Cowboys, so
they gonna run you out.
hey. I'm born and raised in the city. They ain't do it yet, so I'm cool. I'm cool. But like, nah, like I don't fuck with the Cowboys. I just never really see them succeed really much as a kid. Like, so I never like all the success and shit that they had. I never was a part of that. I never seen them do shit. Honestly, I seen them go to the playoffs and get beat year after year after year after year. I seen the Cowboys go like 8-8, like 4 years in a row. So that was me in Dallas watching my family and friends be let down time and time again. And I just decided not to join that wave because I was like, hell no, I'm not going to support some people that keep letting y'all down each year. So that's those people, it's y'all year, call. But I am a marriage supporter, been a marriage fan since I was a kid. Love Dirk, shout out to Dirk. He
The GOAT.
my favorite players. He was my favorite player for the Mavericks until Luca came along. And this past February, after 7 long years, after a finals appearance, you know, team Nico Harrison decided to let my boy Luca go. And then not only did he decide to let him go, decided to let him go to the Lakers over there with Bron. Not a Bron supporter. Look. Fuck Brian. Let's get that out the
God
way.
damn, God
Let's get that
damn.
shit out the way. So yeah, fuck Brian. But Nico traded Luka to the Lakers for AD. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? Bro, we got probably one of the coldest, 25, 26-year-olds to ever play. And we get AD, 31-year-old, 32, 33-year-old AD back. That's kind of crazy to me. Mr. Paperclip or Paper Thin, Mr. Glass, whatever the fuck, Mr. Street Clothes, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He's all that shit. Because dude folds in the playoffs, misses multiple games during the season, and that's who we traded our 7-time, 6-time All NBA guy for. It's Anthony Davis. Shit kind of pissed me off. Still kind of heated. But then by the fluke, I guess, of the NBA gods, they gave us the #1 draft pick. So we got us another little white boy coming to the city. Shout out to Paige. She just came to the women's team, the Dallas Wings. So we got two young white people, Paige and Cooper, that's supposed to be leading the city for the basketball world. I am interested to see what Cooper Flag does for the Mavericks. I do think he'll have a great team around him. He's going to do something I guess Luka really couldn't do that well, and that's play defense. Cooper Flag is known for good defense. He's a good offensive player. He's very well rounded, which I can respect. My only I guess issue is he's young. So we ultimately we gave up Luka for Cooper Flag, and that's okay. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that, but I know what Luka's potential was. I saw him, reaching his peak. I just don't want to have to sit and wait a whole another 5 years for Cooper to develop to his peak. But that's kind of where we at right now. So it's cool. Kyrie hurt, so we gotta wait till he get back healthy. But other than that, I think it's on the up and up for the Mavericks. The Lakers, on the other hand, with Luka and LeBron. LeBron, again, don't support this guy at all. He just signed a $50 million player option, $53 million player
Bro,
option.
bro has been hating on LeBron every single time we on the phone.
Bro, I
Every
don't, I,
single
I
time
don't
we on
fuck
the
with, I
phone.
don't fuck with Brian.
Bro
Joe,
do
I
not
don't,
fuck
like
with Bron at all.
Joe,
I
I,
don't.
I know I said that you're gonna get run out of Dallas. Like when you hating on LeBron, I think you're gonna get run out of the country.
Man, it's Team Jordan over here always and forever. So I support the OG number 23. As a matter of fact, just in case you didn't see, this is something you can go borrow. You know, these are some true ghosts. This is just by circumstance.
Look at that.
That's that's what we on over here. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's not. I can
it,
see
it gets
it,
blurred, but
Yeah,
we
you
we
might
can
need
see
to
the
move it
blue.
back a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
but I get the gist.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the only the only
Bro is MJ guy.
the only the only true the only true baby Jordan. I don't know why they keep trying to eat a baby Jordan. There's only
The
one
Mark
true.
Kobe.
There's only one
Kobe,
true.
RIP.
RP
Yes,
Kobe.
it's only one true baby Jordan, the Mamba. So I mean, I support them guys. Shout out to them. But LeBron is now who has been the face of the league for the last 20 years, and I mean he's cool. He's a good player. He's been a good player over the last 20 years or so. But right now, at 40 years old, I just don't think he deserves $50 million. And I think that was a very huge detriment to the Lakers, especially since they just sold the team. I mean, that owner over the new owner of the Lakers, I don't think he's okay with having to pay LeBron James $50 million at 40 years old. I wouldn't be okay with that personally, but I don't think any team is okay with that because I heard LeBron thought the roster was trash and he wanted to trade. And they suited him, tried to see if they could get anybody for him. No one wanted LeBron. No one wants to pay him $50 million. So we'll see kind of how things go this year. I'm hoping Luka goes for MVP. Um, as far as who I think will win this championship, I don't know. But go Mavericks always.
Yeah.
Got you. So
I don't know
what
about
it
you, Joe. Oh, sorry. Go
oh no,
ahead,
you
Caleb.
good. I was about to say I was wondering like what your opinions are on a recent development, like the new center that the Lakers have.
Y'all know about that? Who they just signed?
I don't know nothing about that.
Man, are you talking about DeAndre Ayton, the former number one
Yeah,
pick? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Who didn't go to practice because there was snow in his driveway or some shit like that? That guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy.
doesn't move the needle for me, man.
So wait,
Got
wait.
you.
So wait, before we got on the Zoom, Jesus, J. Lou said that me and you could debate on how far you think the Lakers will make it. How far you think the Lakers will make it with D. on the team?
I'm gonna be honest, second round exit, dude. I don't.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I don't. But this is the
My
thing, man.
guy, my guy. And
This is the
J.
thing.
what did I say when I was
You
talking to you about it?
you said the exact same thing. I just
The
wanted to see like
exact same thing, bruh.
I was just wondering if somebody's gonna have a different opinion. Y'all
Bro,
are,
It's
second round at
the.
best.
But this is it all depends on how Luca, if he actually up his game, if he actually plays defense. That's really what it gets down to. He's been slimming down this summer. He's slimmed down
Mhm.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
But it has to be there, man. That was the whole issue with why the Mavs wanted to fucking trade Luca, which is still the most stupidest shit ever. But that's just me thinking about it. But I mean, the Lakers, they have so many holes they need to fill, and honestly, but to their credit, they ended up being the third in the West, in the stack West, without really having actual center. So
True.
having DeAndre Ayton might have actually helped them out.
So where do you think they're gonna
Oh,
finish as far as the standings in the West next year?
I think they can be a fourth or fifth. I got them going because I don't.
Okay. Okay.
That's why I got them at.
I
But
had them
I
I had
mean,
them at 5 or 6. I was thinking
yeah,
5 or 6.
yeah, because I mean the first one, I think OKC. I mean
Okay.
that's obviously the favorite.
Yeah.
Second one, this is surprising for you guys. I got the Mavericks. I got. I
Ooh.
mean, I'm wearing the fucking shirt right now. I'm wearing the shirt.
Got the Mavericks with Kyrie missing half the season?
I think y'all gonna I mean they've been making they got D'Angelo Russell, resigned Dante Exum, solid backup. I mean they're making the right moves and I think you're gonna be surprised by Cooper Flag. You know,
I don't think I'm gonna be surprised by him. I think he's gonna meet expectations. I don't think he's gonna exceed or fall short. I think he's gonna meet expectations.
and also the Mavs recently got what's this? He used to be the Lakers head coach. I just
Frank
saw it right
Vogel.
now. Frank
Frank Vogel,
Vogel. So he's going to bring a defensive mind to the actual Mavs, which
for
they're
sure.
already doing well in that aspect. So they're probably going to go. They're going to be better in that aspect.
Okay.
I mean, the map, I mean, that's considering the health. I mean, that would really mess them up last year. They were the only team that beat OKC twice in OKC without Luca.
Yep.
They're the biggest threat to the OKC Thunder, and I'm gonna say right now, I don't think OKC is gonna go back to back. I don't have them going back to back.
Oh, me neither. Me neither. I don't have OKC coming out the West, if I'm being honest. If I had to pick who I think would come out the West, I think it's gonna be out of Houston
Oh,
and
yeah.
the
H-Town till I
Nuggets.
drown.
Yeah, I think the Rockets signing KD was a power move. I think KD like he's 36, so like he still got a lot to prove. He got 2 rings with the Warriors, and always people kept saying this he needed Steph, he needed Steph. I think if he's gonna prove to people he didn't need Steph, is if he can bring Houston a ring. I mean Houston hasn't gotten a ring for a long time as well, so I feel like if KD can bring the Rockets to a ring, I think that'll put all the doubters to bed. Even though KD's probably the best scorer in the league, and it's probably been the best scorer in the league for like the last decade at least.
Hmm.
Over for the last 15 years, KD probably been the best scorer in the league
Gotcha.
every year.
I
Well,
mean, also Houston has been doing a lot of signings. I mean, solid signings. We're talking about Dorian Finney-Smith, 3-and-D
yeah.
guy. You got Clint Capella is back.
Oh
He's
yeah,
back in the
yeah.
fold. They got
Y'all
a
got a real glass
yeah.
cleaner down there now. Real
Oh
glass
yeah.
cleaner.
And I mean, and they're actually resigning all their best guys back, so they're gonna run it back. But I got them like third in the West.
The Rockets.
Yeah, I got the Rockets.
I got Rockets. I got Rockets top three for sure. I feel like they could go one, two, or three with KD.
Oh yeah,
KD is a huge X factor. Like, can't nobody guard KD in the entire NBA. Can't nobody guard KD. So
nah.
I feel like that's gonna be the separator between the Rockets and all the other Western Conference teams because KD's gonna cause a lot of mismatch problems for teams. He's a 7 foot scorer. It's not really many 7 foot scorers like KD. Like, I guess you can say Wemby now, but like other than that, like it's not really a lot of people that hoop like KD.
And also, you got to realize, Houston's not gonna have the what's his name, Jalen Green, situation. Him and
Yeah.
And
his baby mama.
yeah, but say he too busy with Dre and Michelle right now. He chilling.
That's his mama.
That's his
That's
that's
his
his ball.
baby mama. Emphasis on the
Yeah,
mama.
yeah, that's his ball.
Yeah.
But the weekend after they got beat in the playoffs, he was in George Bush International Airport going to Cancun the same week, bro. I'm like, damn, you can't with Dre and Michelle, bro. You can't make this shit up.
Mm,
When you sign $100 million, $200 million deal, you can go to Cancun whenever you feel like, I guess.
that's true.
You go to Cancun when you feel like it.
I guess, but it's like, damn,
That's right.
that because it was literally a couple days after they lost, and I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, bro, what the fuck?
Bro said he needed to take a mental health check,
A mental health check is insane.
with his baby after putting up like 8 points in game seven. Nah, I think it was like 8, 9 points in game seven. That shit pissed me off. I had a parlay on his ass too.
Damn. Well, I wanted to go back a little bit earlier when y'all was mentioning the finals, like who y'all think is gonna make it to like to the playoffs, how far along y'all think the teams are gonna make it. So I wanted to like bring up like the recent finals and what y'all think about them, like SGA. People saying he's a free throw merchant and that he's not a great player. So I was like wondering like what y'all analysis of that is. Because Joe definitely has a lot to say. He don't fuck with LeBron. He don't fuck with SGA either. He don't fuck with
Oh
SGA at
shit, me
all.
too. I don't fuck with them either.
I don't fuck with
Me
SGA,
too.
man. I'm not a fan of SGA.
Oh, bro. So for me, man, I was pulling for Indiana largely because at work I got a bunch of buddies from Indiana, and Indiana has always been like that hoop state that they should have been craving for that championship. So I wanted them to actually go on, and no one expected them to go in the finals in the first place. Not even I did. I didn't even have them going out of the West at all. And
Out in the East.
out of the oh yeah, yeah, out of the East. And fucking OKC has been the most, they got in a lot of breaks during the run, actually, if you really think about it. They didn't face the Celtics because, I mean, Jason Tatum got injured. They they faced a Denver team that took them to 7 games, a whole injured Denver team with Aaron Gordon like in his last legs, not even able to really use his talent really to take over at all. And I mean, that took him for 7 games. Anthony Edwards was just a no-show in the Western Conference Finals. And then, I mean, let's talk about the finals. I mean, one of the most egregious, and this is like one of the highlights, and this is what I get pissed off about ABC, the new commentating team for ABC, Dorsberg. You know who I'm is no longer what's his name? Mark.
Mark Jackson.
Yeah, Mama, there goes that man, or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
yeah, like they're not there no more. And Step Van Gundy, they're no longer commentating, so they can't even give you like an honest, commentation of the game. And I think it was game 4 of the finals where SGA, when he went on that 4 quarter run, He fucking push off Neesmith, and it was on the actual corner. He pushed off Neesmith, obvious offensive foul, and then he fucking traveled 3 fucking steps and make the shot. That was the most fucking. Are you fucking kidding me? This is when the Pacers were up 2-1 and they had that huge lead go in
Yeah.
the fourth quarter.
They were about to go up 3-1.
71 fucking free throws, and that was the Scott Foster special.
Scott Foster,
71,
Look, the
71
extender.
fucking
The
free throws.
extender. That's his nickname. The extender.
That game
The
was so
extender.
hard to fucking watch, bro. I cannot believe. And I looked at 71 fucking free throws, while the average was 50, around 54-ish, like less than that.
Mhm.
71 fucking free throw. Are you kidding me?
That happened in Indiana. In case
In
anyone's wondering,
Indiana.
it happened in
In
Indiana. The Pacers were about to go up 3-1. They were up 10 going into the fourth, or they had a lead of 10 in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter, and they lost that game by like 7. It was crazy. It was actually
And then
quite.
and then game 5, Halliburton gets his injury, the first injury he had. So he wasn't even adding anything to the Pacers, and that was in OKC, and that was the easy game for OKC to actually go up 3-2. Then, game 6 happened, Pacers rally back, and then game 7. This is when we get to game 7. Halliburton scored 3 straight 3-pointers, and you can tell he was on a mission. And
Mhm.
and this is like 4 minutes into the actual game. I forgot when he got injured, what time he got injured,
Then it was
but
like 7 minutes left when he got injured.
yeah, so probably like it was probably like 5 minutes into the game. He already drained, like he already had 9 points, and then he gets an Achilles tear.
Yeah,
Af-
that was disappointing.
After that, man, you kind of already knew it was over by then. I mean, the kudos to the Pacers. They gave their fight. I mean, it was still a two. They were up 2 points after the first half, but this is the game of adjustments. After you make those adjustments, I mean, it was pretty much over because you can even tell when they were playing, they missed Halliburton in the court. They didn't have no one to really create the offense for them or anything. I mean, it's TJ McConnell, bro. Motherfucker is a dog, but he can only give you so much in like a span of 10 minutes, and that's it. He's
Once you figure him out, that's it.
that's it. I mean, it is what it is, but I guess congratulations to OKC. I mean, they had quite a turnout in the fucking parade. Have you seen those? I don't know if y'all I don't know if y'all saw the parade videos, but the fucking commentators that were like, look at all these people going to the OKC parade, and there's like literally dead. It's fucking dead.
Crazy
Like,
work.
no, bro, not a lot of people showed up to the parade, but
I
I guess
mean,
that's on them.
it was their first ring. So I feel
Yeah,
like I feel like, it's a small market team. It's not really in a major city, Oklahoma
yeah.
City. And I think they did what they need to do for the city. I think the NBA had an agenda this year.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah.
I feel like the NBA agenda went well. I feel like the NBA accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. And I feel like the agenda was set when the Luka Doncic trade happened. I feel like that's when the agenda started.
O-
But
o-
but but
okay,
but
so break down what you think the agenda is specifically.
for the NBA, okay. So first and foremost, I believe the NBA has this agenda of trying to find this new star.
Okay, I can agree with that.
So
Yeah, for
so
sure.
so 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 LeBron James is not the star of the NBA. KD is not the star of the NBA. Steph Curry, like
No,
those are great players.
them
And
niggas are
those and
older.
those and those guys have carried the NBA for a decade plus. Like
Hmm.
over a decade, they've carried the NBA. Okay. I think the NBA now is in this period where they're trying to figure out, well, who's next. Nikola Jokic has been the best player of this decade since 2020. Since the turn of since COVID, Nikola Jokic has shown, hey, I am the best player the NBA has to offer. Okay. And that's okay. there's nothing wrong with Nikola Jokic being the best player, but I feel like Nikola Jokic is not like,
He
how can
don't
I
give a
say,
fuck.
he don't care. He's nonchalant. Like he's the best player in the league and doesn't care he's the best player in the league. I've never seen a best player in the league act like him before. Like you think about everyone who's been deemed the best, like LeBron, Kobe, like Steph, even AI when it was him, Shaq when it was him, Tim Duncan, MJ, all the back to Magic and Larry Bird. They all had like some type of factor, personality factor about them that made them a certified star. Like even if you was debating who is the best, it was kind of like fandom made you join a side and stick to the side. It's not really much like super fandom behind Joker. His game is just what the fandom is. Either you like the fact that he goes out there and gets you triple doubles, or you don't. Like it's just cut and dry. Like
Yeah,
can you
yeah.
stop him or can't you? The only thing I will say about OKC, the only work they put in on this whole playoff run was against the Denver Nuggets. That's it. They did not work hard against Minnesota. They did not work hard against Memphis. They did not work hard against the Pacers. And even though the Pacers gave them a good game, but again, once they got to game 7, Tyrese Halliburton got injured in the first 5 minutes. That was not them working hard. That was them just making sure that they won the game because the other team's best player was out.
Yeah.
The Denver Nuggets actually provided them a challenge every single game. Joker was putting up insane numbers. I mean, I was calling Jay after each time Joker touched the court. This game, he went for 40 and 20. I mean, he had a 40-20 game. I think that was like game 5 or something. The Nuggets still lost that game. After he pulled the 40-20, I think they lost by like 5. And then game 4 and game 5, they lost by 5 each. Game 6, they ended up winning, and then of course they ended up getting blown out in game 7. But the Nuggets actually, the OKC Thunder actually figured out a game plan for the Nuggets. I saw how they guarded Joker every single game. It was different every time. They threw something new at him every single time. And so I give them that credit. Other than that, the NBA did have the agenda. One, figuring out their new star. Has 3 MVPs now in this decade. We're 5 years into the decade. Joker has 3 of the last 5 MVPs by himself. Now, I'm not saying the NBA doesn't support Joker. I'm just saying that's an extreme level of dominance to be behind somebody who's not necessarily giving you superstar face. He's not like he doesn't have a swagger. He doesn't really have the word play or anything that most other former superstars have had. He just goes out there and plays basketball. That's it. Okay. SGA has more swagger. SGA has the relatability, I guess, to some people, and he's more, of a appealing superstar face when you think of like, hey, like who do we like in the NBA? Oh, SGA. He dresses nice. He's talks nice. He's just an all around team player, and very very. Um, he has that. What do you call that? That not the juice, but he has what is it?
Charisma
Aura. That's what they call
or
it.
Or
Yes,
or
aura. So
or
yes. So
bro.
so so SGA, I
Are,
believe
are you learning this new word, aura?
aura. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had to figure out like what they saying nowadays. Aura.
It's what
SGA
the new
has.
kids are talking about, aura.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what the new kids talking about today. So and SGA has that. He has aura. So on top of them trying to find their new star, promoting SGA was a good thing to do this year. He won Finals MVP, regular season MVP, scoring title, Western Conference Finals MVP, All NBA first team. Like SGA almost had like a clean sweep with every award. I don't think he won All-Star Game MVP, but that's cool. But other than that, he won like every major award you can win in a season.
Yeah.
So I think that was a very clear-cut agenda. Also, it gave more notice to small market teams. OKC is a small market team. Indiana's a small market team. So 2 small market teams got more exposure. SGA is a superstar on a small market team. So he's giving them more exposure. And SGA is also foreign. He's not even American. He's Canadian.
Mhm.
I feel like
Yep.
he ticks a lot of boxes for the NBA. He's black. He's a black Canadian at that. So he's a minority. He's not American, and he's on a small market team. So now the NBA can have exposure from all different angles. So I think that was the agenda. I think they did well with the agenda, and I think they'll continue to do well with the agenda. I just don't think the Thunder are going to do well as far as winning another ring. I don't think they're going to back to back.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't.
there's too much talent in the league for it like to predict that OKC could win it again.
If I can
Especially,
add this to your argument, so SCA's MVP numbers this year was 32, 5, and 6. That's his
mhm,
MVP. So, and the agenda really started at the beginning of the year. I mean, when they have SGA as all these commercials, NBA 2K with Jason Tatum, that was literally they were already crowning these guys already throughout the whole year.
yeah.
They were already the favorites, and the NBA makes sure to pretty much cadence to this. Last year, Luca, he was 34, 9,
Nine and
and
nine,
10. Yeah.
9 and 10,
Finished
9 and 9.
third in MVP.
Yup. Behind Joker, respectfully, and
Hmm.
SGA.
This is where I think me and Joe have a problem with SGA, where there's this favoritism, but it's like,
Mhm.
why? It's like you have, I guess, because both Mavs fans at the time, and we're going for Luca, but it's one of those situations where you're like, really, SGA, really, and
Well,
that just
well,
went straight to the finals. But yeah.
yeah, I will say that SGA isn't the best player in the league, but he
Hmm.
does like Joe said, he kind of like ticks off all the like markability
Yeah.
markers.
Hmm.
So you can
Hmm.
market him very well, and he's on a winning team. He's the best piece of a winning team. Why wouldn't you want him to be the face of the league if you're trying to like get more people to watch the NBA and be more invested in it?
Hmm.
I understand that. And again, I understand it's a business at the end of the day. I just feel like the best player, I always remember the best players getting the biggest support. Like, I
Hmm.
remember LeBron and Kobe used to have the Nike commercials, the
Hmm.
puppets and everything. Okay, them was like the two best players in the league at the time. Okay, that made sense to support those guys. You had great players in the league during those times. Tim
Hmm.
Duncan was still there.
Oh yeah.
Dirk was still there. But again, LeBron and Kobe, two top players in their position. They could play really well on their teams, great parts of their teams. So you put your energy behind those two guys. Both where LeBron was reaching to become a champion, Kobe was already a champion. So they were approaching awards and accolades of each other. So I thought that made sense to promote LeBron and Kobe as a unit. Made sense. SGA, like to Jesus' point, SGA hasn't done shit before this year. Nothing. Literally nothing. Never been to the finals. Never been to the Western Conference Finals. Luca beat SGA's ass twice in the playoffs before this year.
Hmm.
Luca is responsible for SGA never making it to the Western Conference Finals
Uh-huh.
before this year. That happened because of Luca said, "Hey, bro, you're not better than me. I'm better than you." But again, like Jesus said, SGA finished ahead of Luca in MVP voting this year and last. I've never seen a day SGA has been better than Luca. I've never witnessed that day. Like even if we just stop and look at the numbers, we don't never look at none of their film, nothing they did on the court. We don't know if Luca played defense, SGA played defense. We just look only at the numbers. It's no season I can take from SGA, put it next to Luca and say, "Oh well, SGA was better than Luca this year." I can't say that.
Yeah, I would agree and say that Luka is definitely better than SGA. But like again, if you're talking about the face of the league, we have to go towards marketability. So do you feel as if Luka is more marketable than SGA?
I don't. I don't think he's more marketable. I think SGA is the most marketable star in the league today. Even more marketable than Wemby.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even more marketable than Wemby. I think SGA has the aura that the young kids like.
Yeah.
I don't think kids are wanting to wake up and say, I want to be like Wemby. I
So I
think
remember.
kids,
Yeah, so I remember. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was saying I remember mom like talking about this before. It's kind of like I'm not saying he is the new AI, but it's like he has that AI kind of thing going on where it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
he is like he has the kind of he has this the swagger of a young black male, as what they say and all that shit. Like you can market him towards people, and people will be like, okay, yeah, I kind of want to dress like him and I want to play like him.
Mm, hmm So again, I don't think it's a skill or talent thing because again, I don't think he's the most skilled nor the most talented.
Yeah.
I don't think he's top one or two at that. I think he is just in comparison to the guys who are better than him, he is more marketable than all those guys. So you can list them. Giannis, even he's more marketable than Giannis. Wemby, he's more marketable than Wemby. Let's
Yeah.
call Luca, Joker. He's more marketable than those guys. Those guys to me are all better than him, but he does have the aura, the marketability. He can garnish a lot of attention just because of the person he is.
I can't even go back and like remember a game where, oh, this is like SGA's, legacy game or something, unlike Luca, and we can even go back to Luca's career and point out particular games, like game 7 and against the Suns.
Phoenix, the Suns,
Phoenix,
yes, that was a legacy game for Luca.
that game that game 5 against last year, I mean, against the
Timberwolves,
actual
Minnesota.
Timberwolves, the shot
Yes.
in the games in game 2, I mean, over Gobert, and him telling me, motherfucker, you can't guard me. Like, come on now. What are we
Luca
talking
Luca has marketability. That's the thing. Luca
about?
has marketability.
Mhm.
I just don't think that's the NBA's
Mhm.
agenda.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
NBA doesn't want to get behind Luca.
Oh
Even with
no.
Luca playing for the most marketable team in the league, the
Yeah.
richest team in the league is the Lakers. In
Mhm.
value, history, the Lakers is the most dominant as far as face of the league status you can be is the
Yeah,
Lakers.
I
Mhm.
I
agree.
still don't think the Lakers, I mean, I still don't think the league wants to support Luca while he's
Yeah.
on the Lakers. I don't see it.
But I
Mhm.
feel like Luca is the type that's gonna just take it. I really do
Wait,
feel like.
well,
But
he gonna have to prove it though.
oh
Like
yeah.
this is his moment for sure. But yeah, I appreciate
Year
y'all's
eight, year
opinions on
eight, Luca.
oh no, like what you about to say?
I was saying this year eight, Luca. So we gonna see.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
We gonna see for sure. Well, I appreciate y'all's thoughts on the current NBA situation and like the new face of the league. Also, but we gonna switch it over to my Johnny. Like so Johnny, you tend to like give like a lot of recommendations when it comes to like anime or any kind of like cool animation projects. You kind of like gave
Hmm.
me a lot of recommendations the last time, and I checked out one of them, Solo Leveling. I've checked it out a little bit, and I'm kind of
Yeah.
like I need to get like more into it. But what are your opinions on the current like anime, like current anime that are coming out current like in the recent years?
So in I guess the Eastern animations like anime, uh, things have been popping off. Like uh, if you take one of my favorite shows, One Piece, you can see the evolution of animation from the beginning to what it is right now. Uh, and let's talk about Western animation. Like, yeah, they're all right, they're cool, but what's happening? Not too much, except for when Spider-Man came out. Beyond Beyond the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's been looking pretty good. And there is the movie that came out on Netflix that was made by the people who made Into the Spider-Verse, K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't know if y'all been seeing that
Well,
on your
that's made by
feeds.
them. That's made by the
What?
same team. I didn't mean to
Yeah,
cut you
yeah,
off. But I've been hearing about that. I didn't know it was made by the same team. That's crazy.
yeah. I saw it. It looks really good.
It
And
does.
there's a lot of K-pop in it too. It is not. I'm not a big K-pop fan, but it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad.
I'm sure you
So
on that.
yeah.
I definitely need to check that out. Like, but what you were saying is definitely true. When it comes to like the distinction between Eastern animation and Western animation, there's definitely a large difference. I feel like there's a lot more passion within Eastern animation for sure.
Hmm.
Animation is kind of like regurgitating the same things over and over, unless it's something that takes like several years to make, like a Spider-Verse movie.
Oh yeah, and uh, it ain't even just movies for Eastern animation or just let's just call it anime, right?
Hmm.
It ain't just movies or movies or shows that are coming out with amazing animation. Let me say like there are episodes within some shows that are dropping like their movies, you know? Like
True.
Dandadan, first couple episodes came out in theaters. One Piece, they had 3 episodes drop in theaters.
Yeah, I just saw them recently when I was like I went to the movies today. I was on the AMC app. I saw that they're releasing them like 3 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen as like
Yeah.
as a movie. It's like 3 episodes like tied together as one movie.
Hmm.
So I thought that was interesting for sure.
Yeah, and like old shows like y'all heard of Digimon?
Hmm.
Like there's that debate between Digimon versus Pokemon, which one's better. But the latest series, or I guess not really latest, but they had a series called Digimon Adventure Try or whatever. That came out only as movies, and it was like 4 or 5 films, and then they turned that into a series.
Yeah, I didn't even know they were still making Digimon. I haven't watched Digimon since I was like a
Yeah.
little kid. That's crazy. I definitely know they still make Pokemon because Pokemon
Hmm.
is just like a crazy ass franchise. Everybody loves Pokemon.
Yeah.
Gotta catch on, mom.
Someone said One
I
Piece.
wanna be the very best.
Now they changed your shirt. Oh, bro.
I know, right? I noticed the shirt change.
Joe, you be
You have me.
watching any anime or
Man,
cartoons or
so look,
whatever?
I got into anime. I tried to get into it around COVID time. So like
Yeah.
my first one I started watching was Hunter x Hunter.
That's a good
And
one.
then once I got
Oh
into
yeah.
that, I started to try to pay attention to a few. So Assassination Classroom, I watched
Oh,
that for a
that's a
little.
really good one. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That one was cool. I could never get into like stuff like One Piece because it's too long.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, nah, I'm not gonna watch all these episodes. You got like One Piece, One Punch, like I like them just things are too long. Of course, like as a kid, like you used to see like Pokemon, Naruto, and all that.
Hmm.
Like I seen all that shit growing up. Everybody had Pokemon cards and all that shit. You
Right.
know, even like Beyblade and shit. Like I had all those and everything. But yeah, like I didn't start like actually start to watch and like binge it until like 2020. And then I quickly, got out of it. Once COVID kind of lifted, I stopped trying to, learn and watch more. But I did
Hmm.
go to what do you call it? Um, what's it called? It was DreamCon.
Yeah.
DreamCon this
Oh,
past year,
nice.
and it was real nice. It was out there in Houston. It's going to be in Houston again next year. So I kind of started seeing like paying attention to like certain costumes people were wearing, who they were
Hmm.
dressed up as. So I didn't notice like it's becoming very, very popular, especially amongst like girls. I was like, oh shit, like a lot of girls love anime. I did not know that shit. Like
Oh
even
yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion, she
I
was out.
mean, have you not been listening to Megan Thee Stallion? Like
Man,
she
that's what I'm
be
saying.
cosplaying all the time.
Megan was at DreamCon on the first day. I missed her on the first day, but I did go to the celebrity game on day two on Saturday, and that was pretty fun. Like it was lit, man. Seeing everybody and they was dressed up and everything. People were really getting into it. So I think I'm gonna definitely check it out again next year. So hopefully by next year I should have a little bit more insight on anime and some of my favorite ones at least.
I feel like
Definitely.
Megan Thee Stallion is the biggest advocate for anime for people who don't watch it.
Yeah.
Like if you uh follow Megan Thee Stallion, you'll probably get onto it after that.
Yes. Especially when she cosplayed as Todoroki that one time. I
Yes,
definitely, I like that IG post. I
he,
definitely did.
he was cosplaying at Dreamtime. I don't know who she dressed up as, but she did have on an outfit, a costume at DreamCon as well.
Yeah. Shit,
Gotcha.
we should go there next year.
Nah, dead ass.
Yeah,
Oh, we
yeah,
should.
for sure. Yeah, you talking about DreamCon makes me want to go to it because I've always been hearing about it and people have always had good experiences at it from what I've heard. But I definitely need to check it out, especially since it's in my city next year.
Mhm.
Yeah, they doing it back to back in Houston. I think because they had a really good turnout.
Mm.
It was at the convention center. But I went to day two. It's 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I
Hmm.
only went to the day two events. I didn't go to any day one or day three. But I do want to go to the kickoff next year. That's the only thing I want to do that's different. So definitely want to go to day two and definitely want to go to the kickoff because, like I said, Megan Thee Stallion was at the kickoff this past year.
Mm. Yep.
Mhm.
I can go there dressed up as Kakashi
Oh,
or one of the
speaking of,
Akatsuki.
I'm actually rewatching Naruto Shippuden.
Oh,
Oh,
bet.
nice.
Yeah. Like watching those first couple episodes, I actually teared up a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's definitely like an emotional show for sure. I was definitely like a big Naruto Shippuden fan when I was like younger. And but
Hmm.
as I have gotten older and I started getting into One Piece, I do feel like it is better than Naruto. But like Joe said, it is long as hell. I'm on
It is.
I'm on the Fishman Island arc, and it's kind of like slogging a little bit, but I'm powering through it.
Yeah.
Just do what I did in COVID. Just like 2 straight weeks of just One Piece. I
Jeez.
slept, watched One Piece, woke up, watched One Piece, ate One Piece, took a dump, watching One Piece,
Yeah, there was a
Bro.
certain point where I was just calling him and like he was watching nothing but One Piece. Nothing but One Piece. I was like, bro, like you haven't taken a break and watched anything else? No, One Piece. I love One Piece. I'm like,
Hey,
okay,
I'm
That's
I'm a type of guy when I'm dedicated to something, I pull through it.
and
Push
it's
through
good
it.
because once I did get into One Piece, I definitely understood why you had that kind of thing where you just wanted to like binge watch it. And I definitely have those periods where I binge watch the hell out of it because like the story does build to something crazy and the world building is insane.
Oh
well, how
yeah.
many
Yeah.
episodes of One Piece is it, man?
What was that?
A thousand
How many
plus.
episodes of One Piece?
11:33.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
he know. Okay, yeah, he know the exact number.
What is it?
11:33. Let me just double check.
11:33. Yeah, no, I'm gonna let y'all have that shit, bro.
Hey, plus it
11:33.
has about
Oh,
a little over 10
11:34. I
movies.
was wrong.
Yeah, no.
Said, how many movies?
A little over 10 movies. Like the
There is
ones
Outside
I
many
of
told
movies
you
though.
about.
outside of the 11:33
Yeah, outside of the 11:33.
or 34. Oh yeah, no, I'm okay, bro. You know, I'll probably catch one of the movies. I'll probably catch a one or two of the movies. I'm gonna let y'all have One Piece, man. Y'all dedicated.
Yeah.
I
I,
think
I tried to be. There's only one show I was dead dedicated with, and that was Grey's Anatomy, and I'm off that shit too. So
Hey,
I'm, I'm
Grey's
cool.
Anatomy is
I'm
long
cool,
too.
bro.
yeah.
Huh,
Grey's Anatomy is long too. You got like
bro?
how many
I know.
episodes compared to One
Bro,
Piece?
they're on season like 25, bro. But the show damn near as old as us, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah, same with
For
One
sure.
Piece. It's like
Yeah.
26, 27 years old.
Yep.
That shit is insane, bro.
I
Yep.
considered waiting until One Piece was over with before I even started watching it. But then I would ask Johnny and I would ask him, Jesus, like, how long y'all thinking before it ends? He's like, maybe in like another 5 years. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
another
but
5 years.
let me just watch this whole and just like enjoy the journey. Like, let me not worry about catching up and just watch it. If the series ends and I'm way
Mm.
behind, it's cool. As long as it ends well, I'll be okay.
And we read the manga too, so that's like it's still far away.
I don't read it. You read it.
Oh well, I read it, so I know
John,
what's going on.
Johnny said, let me be very clear.
I read the manga. I look forward to it every Saturday,
Well,
especially with the
Joe,
spoilers.
like I know it's 1,000 episodes. If you wait probably like another year or two, they're gonna drop out another series that remakes or retells the whole story.
Yeah,
And they're gonna like compact it a little bit. So it's not gonna be 1,000 episodes. They're gonna compact it down to
gonna be
like
like 500.
200, 3,
No, no.
yeah, less
Yeah,
than that.
something
I
like
think it's
that.
like 200 episodes, like maybe less than 200
I
episodes
think they
for the
did the
whole series.
math
Yeah, yeah,
already, and they said that the 1,000 that we already have will be compacted down to 200.
yeah.
Right, so that
Yeah.
means the episode's gonna be long as hell.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think the
They might
episode will
cut
be
some things
longer.
out.
I mean to cut you off. I about to say, yeah. I don't think it'll be long as hell. What like the thing with anime is sometimes they'll draw out like entire plot lines for like long as hell. Like something that should take like a
Mhm.
few minutes will take like 3 episodes. They'll drag the hell out of a storyline, bro.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
you got to remember, it's because at that point they're catching up with the manga.
Hmm.
They have to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying One Piece, and I definitely still need to check out more of your suggestions. It's just like there's so much good anime. Like I was saying before, when we meet
Hmm.
up, like there's so many good options that you can watch. But I think my favorite is still Full Metal Alchemist. It's very dark,
Yeah.
but it's very
Oh yeah.
profound. Yeah, it has a dark backstory, but it
You
also
should
has like a lot of philosophy in it.
you should watch Full Metal Alchemist, Joe. Brotherhood edition.
How long is that one?
Oh
I
no,
think that
it's
one's like it's like 60 something episodes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
that's
not
cool.
that long. Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not
that
that
was
long.
that was very short compared to the ones that I have watched.
I
It
might
doesn't
start
take that
to
long to take off at all either. So
Oh
I
yeah, like
might start to watch that once I settle into the new place.
you'll be invested in the story immediately. Like it doesn't take a long time for you to get invested into it.
Y'all could follow along on this one show that just dropped. It's called Taco P's Original Sin. Shit was
Oh,
crazy on the first
peace.
episode. Yeah, Taco P.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Like it's about this alien who's trying to learn what it is to be human or something like that and try to make this one girl like super happy because her life hasn't been all that great. Like she's being bullied at school. Her home life isn't that great. She doesn't have a father and her mom is selling herself, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah. And at one like I don't really want to spoil too much, but it gets into those adult themes, you know?
mm.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I
Oh,
guess a
yeah.
question I got. Oh yeah, you go ahead, Jalen.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, definitely send me that one, Johnny, so I can like
Yeah.
check it out.
Hey, there's a
And the
question.
animation looks beautiful too.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out then.
There's a question I got for y'all is like, what's y'all top three animes?
Uh,
Oh yeah, you can go
Oh,
first, Johnny.
well, you already know me and uh Jesus's One Piece already. Number one, right there.
Gotcha.
Mm, number two, uh, I'd probably go with um Overlord. That one's really good.
Mm.
And then number three would probably be uh damn, I don't really know. Hmm. You might have to come back to me on that one.
all
There's too
right.
many good anime, bro.
There are
Yeah.
too many good animes, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. J. Lou, then you go, man.
Okay. Top three. My favorite one is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for sure. After that, it's Monster, and then after that, I think I'll say Naruto Shippuden, just for the nostalgia's sake. But like the top
Mm.
two, I like those because like I just tend to like darker themes, and those two anime explore like darker themes.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's gonna be One Piece number one. Number two, Attack on Titan.
I was gonna
Oh no,
say,
I take
I
it
was
back.
gonna say, I'm surprised
I
no
take it back.
one
I take it back. I
I'm
take it
mentioned
back.
surprised no one
Attack.
said anything.
I take it back.
Wait. So I was gonna say, no one has mentioned Attack on Titan this whole conversation, and
I
that's
will,
one
I'm not gonna
people
lie,
have told me to watch.
it's not my top 10. It's not my top 10. I'm sorry.
I,
What?
I will replace some Naruto Shippuden with Attack on Titan for sure.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna say
Attack.
no one has mentioned,
I don't know how Attack on Titan slipped my mind like that, but that's definitely in my top
bruh,
five.
we've been
Yeah.
having this conversation for the last 10, 15 minutes and no one said Attack on Titan.
It's
Yeah.
like,
No one has mentioned Attack on Titan until Jesus did that right now.
He he had to remind it, brother. I was like, okay, yeah, Attack on Titan is nice.
yeah. Yeah, I
Like
was
I'm gonna
even
get a lot
thinking
of
the
hate. It's
same
not in my
thing
top 10.
too.
How, how's it not in your top 10?
How, dude?
I
How?
don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
I honestly did not get into it until last year.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I've been getting
Okay.
told to watch Attack on Titan for at least 2 or 3 years.
And
At
you haven't watched
least.
it?
Nah, I still haven't watched it.
Nah, bro. You gotta watch that one too. Full Metal Alchemist and Attack on Titan. You definitely gotta watch those for
Yeah.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So I mean, it's One Piece, Attack on Titan, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's my top three right there.
Gotcha.
Okay, it's funny because y'all, both of y'all said Full Metal Alchemist. I've never heard of any of that. Those, never heard of that one before ever.
Hmm.
No
Oh
one
yeah.
want to speak on that. I've heard of all the other ones. Basically, y'all talked about besides that one.
Oh yeah, Full Metal
Well,
Alchemist. Oh, go ahead.
no, yeah, I was gonna say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's pretty popular if you are into anime, but like it's not so popular to the point where it's like, oh yeah, you just hear it all the time when in comparison to things like Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Naruto. It's not as popular as those, but it's definitely like a one of the best ones within it.
All right.
Wh-
Yeah.
You know,
What do y'all watch that one on?
I
Netflix.
watched it
It's on
on
Netflix.
Crunchyroll.
yeah Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
What were
already
you about to say?
finished, so yep.
My bad. Yeah. What were you about to say, Johnny? My bad.
I said I watch all my anime on Crunchyroll.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good one
Yeah.
too.
I heard of Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
Mm.
Crunchyroll will be having them for sure.
Oh yeah. Like whenever whenever I guess it's not too much of a spoiler, but Gear 5 from One Piece, whenever that episode dropped, the whole Crunchyroll server, I guess, or the whole or app or website, that shit like lagged out a bit. It got bugged out. It was crashing because everybody was watching it at the same time.
I remember that, but I remember that day
Yeah.
that happened. Not only did it went crazy on social media, I mean,
Hmm.
Twitter at the time, I think it was still Twitter, but
Like
it was number one, trending number one. It was blowing up on IG it was blowing up everywhere when that happened.
like Joe, you have no idea how big One Piece is.
So
I know.
It's
I know. No, I know One Piece is huge. I definitely do know it is huge.
yeah. Like you don't even understand the fan base. It's like uh everybody's watching it. Almost everybody's watching it. Uh it so it has the manga that's still going. It got the anime that's still going. It got the live action with a season 2 coming out I think next year, right? And
yeah.
then
Yep.
that remake that I
It's
told you
real
about is
people
coming out.
playing it. They
Oh
got real
yeah. So
actors.
so yeah.
Yes.
If you don't want to watch some the 1,000+ episodes like the anime, you can watch the live action one and still get the feel of like how the show goes because it's still
Oh
very
yeah,
entertaining.
that live action was really quick too. It ran through
Yeah.
probably like a good 2, 3 seasons of the regular anime just in that one season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can definitely check that out. Like if you don't, well, I know you're not gonna watch the 1,000+ one, but if you do want to like know what the story is about One Piece, you can definitely check out the live action one. It's down how is on Netflix too.
Unless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, when the last episode of One Piece ends, it's literally gonna be me and Johnny Super Bowl. Literally.
All right, let me go back to my top three. It's One Piece, Re Zero. I don't know if y'all know about that one. Re
Oh,
Zero
I
is
know
really
about it.
good.
Yep.
And then it would be Naruto Shippuden. Like that's it.
Okay. Okay. That's a solid list for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it though. There's too many good anime. Like I can't like there's so much of it to the point where it's like you'll hear about it, you'll start watching one of them, and you'll get invested in the story. But then you hear about another one, and then you hop on that one, and then you hop on another one. It's like there's too many options for you to like dive into. Like you can't. It's like Pokemon. You can't catch them all. Though it's like it's too many of them.
Yeah.
It's damn too much.
Many
It's definitely too many of them.
options.
It's too many options for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But you did. But in regards to what you were talking about earlier, like when it comes to anime films, those tend to have like some of the best animations I've seen like like ever. So I've definitely enjoyed those. Like I think the only anime film I've seen in theaters though was Dragon Ball. Was Dragon Ball. I don't know. It was the one with Broly. It was like a new one. It wasn't like the older one.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Okay. Yeah,
It was
because the the Broly movies, they got four of them total.
yeah. I think it was the latest one. I
Yeah, that
think that
one
was
was really good.
yeah, that one's very good. I remember seeing that whole in my theater with my homeboy Javon. Me and him went to go see that whole stuff.
I saw that movie right before class one time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely fuck with it. But yeah, but films have always been like the thing that kind of like drawn me toward. Like I've always been drawn towards film because like you can get like a self-contained story and you don't have to give yourself like so much time to watch it. You can get understand the whole thing in one sitting. And today I went to go watch a film called 28 Years Later. It's pretty good. It's like a zombie movie. It's a sequel
Hmm.
to 28 Weeks Later and the original 28 Days Later. I wouldn't say it's as good as those. I mean, I wouldn't say as good as the first one. It's definitely better than 28 Weeks Later. But 28 Years Later is definitely like was definitely very entertaining. I'm It's not really a spoiler. It does end on a cliffhanger because they plan on doing like a trilogy of those of 28 Years Later. So this is like the first one in that trilogy.
So
And
it's gonna be like 28 decades later.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say that.
so no, I think they're keeping it. They're still titling it 28 Years Later, but they're giving it like some kind of like subtitle underneath it. They're trying to make
Hmm.
28 Years Later like its own little trilogy. So I
Okay.
went to go see that, and it's pretty good. It definitely has elements of the first one in it, and it was definitely enjoyable. I did have some complaints about it, kind of like it didn't necessarily like I'm gonna give itself enough time to like dive deep into like reintroducing itself back into like the world of the zombies. So you did have to like kind of acclimate yourself to it, but it didn't give itself enough time to like build the world that it wanted to reintroduce you into. But it was definitely an enjoyable film. I remember y'all talking about well actually you were talking about in the group chat yesterday. I think you and Joe were talking about F1. Like you said you had seen the movie
I
already,
seen that.
Jesus. Oh no, was that
Yeah,
you? Was that you
yeah,
or
That
was
was me.
that
it
was
was
you,
That,
Joe?
me. Yeah,
yeah, me and Jesus.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Uh,
then both of y'all have already seen it.
yeah.
yeah, that one was really good. Uh, I actually teared up a little bit during some of the scenes.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
one?
Um,
Don't spoil it, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
say
oh
this.
yeah.
I still want to
Was
see it
it
though.
was
I
it
was
towards the end?
You know what?
multiple times during the middle during those uh I don't want to say, but you know,
Yeah, I know which scenes you're talking about. I think I know which ones.
Got you.
okay.
But no, I'm definitely seeing it tomorrow on IMAX for sure. I definitely want to. I'm interested to see how the chemistry is between Damson and Brad
Oh
Pitt.
yeah, Dancing Idris,
Hmm.
oh phenomenal actor.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've known this since Snowfall. Snowfall definitely
Yeah,
proved that
Snow.
he's an
Like
amazing actor.
I've never seen Snowfall, but I've seen clips of it, and like all of
Bob
his
Brick,
scenes are
man, you gotta tap in.
Yeah, brick by brick for sure. Brick by brick.
I just see the memes, the bodies, bodies.
Body,
I
body,
just, I
body,
just,
body.
Talking about him, her, him. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out tomorrow so I can like enjoy it. Um, from what I've been hearing from reviews, it's kind of like have y'all seen Top Gun Maverick?
yeah.
Yeah.
I did not.
It's literally almost like that in a
Okay,
way.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it is directed by it has the same director. So they said it's like Top Gun basically with just cars.
Oh, okay.
I, if I can add this
So
to
Brad
it,
Pitt just being Brad Pitt. All right.
Brad Pitt gonna always be Brad Pitt for sure. He always gonna do that
All right. Cool.
for sure.
the
But I'm
cool thing
definitely gonna check
about
it
this
out.
film the cool thing about this film is that you don't even have to know much about F1 racing at all,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Mm.
to
Yeah.
actually, yeah, to actually understand it. For me, I've been getting, into it in the past year with F1 racing because I live in San Antonio. I'm an hour 45 away from Austin. So,
Mm.
the Grand Prix is here every year. So it's one of the cool things about it.
Yeah.
But
For me, oh, go ahead.
no,
Oh,
I was already finished.
Uh, yeah, for
you
me,
got
I
it.
got a few friends who are really big into F1. Like two of them seen one of the races in Vegas, I think. And then there's also a anime about F1, but whatever.
I just recently got into F1. Well, no, actually over the last year or so, I have a coworker who's really strongly into F1. As a matter of fact, he does F1 fantasy, and I do fantasy football. I do the fantasy football league in the office. He does F1 fantasy with him and his friends, and so
Mm.
I try to get him to be a part of the football fantasy league. He tries to talk to me about the F1 fantasy league. I think we're gonna make a fair trade this year. But for y'all that don't know the teams, my favorite teams, I got two favorite teams. No, three. Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren.
Yeah, those are the top three teams.
The
Top three
top three
teams.
teams.
Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren. Like them are my favorite teams. I mean, you still got Mercedes over there. They cool. Shout out to
Yeah.
AMG. I like a good AMG, but nah, Ferrari and Red Bull. And Red Bull's a fairly new team. That one just kind of popped off. But Ferrari and McLaren, yeah, them guys, they doing their thing. F1 really made me reconsider about cars. So like basically like I didn't know that basically these car companies they're just sponsoring these F1 vehicles with the engine they're
Yep.
building.
Mm.
Yep.
That's it. Like it's not about the design, it's about the engine. How does
Yeah.
the engine, go out there and perform versus their engine or their engine? I don't know what the hell
Hmm.
Red Bull knows about engines. I don't know who's responsible for building their engines. Maybe they're using Red Bull to fuel their engines. I don't know, but
Okay.
they're winning shit over there. So shout out to Red Bull because they're winning. They're actually winning shit over there. But McLaren and Ferrari, obviously everyone knows like those are foreign vehicles, but basically all they're doing is testing. Hey, my engine's better than yours. Hey,
Hmm.
I can produce a better engine than you can. Even like Rolls Royce has they specialize in the engine. Like it's not necessarily about the frame. They obviously have a unique frame, but Rolls Royce cares more about their engines. Like how is our engine unique from these other companies? And so I didn't really know that about F1 until I started to get more knowledgeable of it from my coworker. Yeah, those engines are basically the car. Those
Hmm.
engines cost millions of dollars sometimes to
Mm.
produce.
They also invest a lot on not only the engines, but all they incorporate a lot of carbon fiber into their outer rims, not the outer rims, the whole like body design and everything for
Yeah,
aerodynamics. There's like a whole section. They spend Red Bull itself, they spend $500,000 on uh, finding the best fasteners for their engines. This is like they invest a lot of money when it comes to especially for F1. And interesting thing, Ford used to have a racing team back in
Yeah,
the before the 2000s, but that shit kind of ended. But
yeah.
there's some history
I
there.
heard the American teams don't never do too well.
No, it's also they're more focused on more the consumer aspect of it for wide range of manufacturing. I could speak on it because I work in this sort of field. So they work primarily just to make a buck. The whole reason why the Ford did is because the the Ferrari. I don't know if you've seen the movie Ford versus Ferrari,
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
but
yeah.
they all because the Ferrari CEO said you're not the John Ford, you're the second or some shit like that.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna invest all this fucking money to beat you motherfuckers. And
Hey
Yeah.
man, then let's Ford stick to muscle car racing. Lead
Mhm.
lead lead the street stuff, the F1 stuff to the foreigners. They seem to be good at that.
Yeah, yeah. The F1 F1, well, not necessarily like the racing, but like the movie definitely gave me kind of like, at least from the trailers, gave me the vibe of Ford v Ferrari. Like, so I definitely
Mhm.
am interested in like in seeing it and seeing how like if I can gain some more insight into like how it goes. But as for like upcoming films, we got like two big superhero films coming out at the end of this month.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, Superman. I think there was another superhero movie too coming out, right?
Um, those are the two that I was talking about. Was there a third one?
I don't think this is the
I
third
might be
one.
wrong.
Gotcha. Yeah, but because I know that Superman comes out next week, and I know that Fantastic Four comes out 2 weeks after that. So but I'm
Hmm.
definitely looking forward to both of them. But Superman is like really what I'm looking forward to because it's been a while since we've had like a good Superman movie. Like I would say that we really haven't had like a guaranteed good one since like at least like live action since like the 1970s.
Hmm.
Because Man of Steel is like
Yeah,
good. Man of Steel is good, but it's not necessarily Superman. It's entertaining though.
Yeah.
I like the Man of Steel. I thought that was a good one. I went to go. That's the last one I went to go see. If isn't that the last one, Man of Steel?
Yeah,
No, they
that's the
had a
last.
second. Oh,
Well, yeah, I was about to say
didn't
that's the
they have
last
a?
solo. Oh my bad.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the last solo Superman movie. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say
'Cause
I enjoyed that.
yeah, I
I was
enjoyed
gonna
it for
say,
sure.
wasn't there like another one? But I was thinking of Batman v Superman.
Mhm.
Justice League, you know.
Just
Oh yeah, and a Justice League one.
Hmm.
Justice League was it was alright.
Uh,
It was alright. We don't speak
I
about
feel
Justice
like
League.
Justice League attempt to try to compete with the Avengers.
Oh
mm.
yeah, definitely. That was definitely their goal for sure, and that's the goal around this time too. But like, I have more faith in this go around because they got James Gunn, and James Gunn is like a comic nerd, and he's also like directed the Guardians of the Galaxy films. So I feel like there's like a certain passion there that he's going to take care of like the characters over at DC.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hopefully Marvel picks up the slack. They've been kind of shitting bricks
they're
everywhere.
they're mostly dropping TV series, right? Like
Yeah, but they're all been kind
Ironheart,
of
Agatha
shitty though.
Alone.
Wait,
Oh yeah,
you think Ironheart is not good? I was told to check it out.
I've been seeing a lot of people hating on Ironheart, but mostly because she's black. That's about it.
yeah, I have seen a lot. A lot of people have been like review bombing it because it's a black lead.
Yeah, they're like, oh, she's uh a black girl trying to be smart. Yeah, not realistic or some shit like that.
Well, it's so I looked into I actually watched it and
Mhm.
like it just seems like it's directionless. It's not going really there's really no plot to it and it's
Mhm.
like and they don't really do a good job of making her be likable, unfortunately.
Oh really?
And yeah, she kind of talks shit about Tony Stark. She's like, oh, the
Mhm.
only reason he's Iron Man because he's billionaire. But it's like, yeah, I mean, he's a billionaire. That's true, but he's Iron Man because he's fucking smart. He
True.
he made a he made an armor reactor in the cave full of scrap because they're literally using that whole meme against
Mhm.
Ironheart. I don't know if you've seen it around, but that's been going around, and it's just the story isn't it. Unfortunately, it's just not it.
I had a feeling well, not that I didn't have a feeling that it wouldn't be good. I had a feeling that maybe they kind of maybe rushed the production of it, and they kind of just like delayed releasing it because they didn't put a lot of like effort into it because it's only
Mm,
six. I think it's only 6 episodes, and so
mhm.
that's like pretty short for a Marvel series because I think
Um,
Loki gets like a longer seasons.
I saw.
well,
Oh, go ahead.
well, the thing is, I mean, yeah, she came out in Black Panther Forever, but she
Mm.
Yeah,
wasn't like the highlight of that
no, she was
particular
not.
film. So she
No,
wasn't really they were trying to build a whole series for a character that not a lot of people really cared about. I mean, it's fine. Like,
Well, yeah,
it's kind of
I enjoyed her in Wakanda Forever, but
yeah,
she definitely wasn't the highlight. And
nah.
I I feel like if hopefully maybe when I'm watching it, maybe I'll feel differently. But I did kind of get the kind of vibe where they kind of didn't put a lot of effort into developing her character, like
No,
separate from separate from Wakanda Forever, and like leading up to her series.
they're just pushing it on you, which is not the best way to get a fandom going. Really, it's not the best
Mhm.
way. And plus, I mean, they finished filming this like a couple years ago, and it's been on their shelves for however many long.
Exactly. So that's what I was saying.
It's,
I feel like they maybe kind of like had the concept, rushed the production of it, and then realized, okay, it's not as good as we thought it was, but we still got to release it so that we can establish her character. So I feel like if they had taken more time and like given her the ability to appear in some more films, and then have her own series, it would have been interesting. But I'm gonna still check it out to see how it is because I am interested to see like what her character is about.
yeah, and
I
also it doesn't help that I'm an engineer, and also they make shit out of nothing. I'm like, what? What the fuck you mean? How does this make sense? That's just me
Mhm.
looking at it.
Got
It's
you,
a
got you.
critique. It's like this makes no fucking sense, but okay, I'll go with it.
Got you. But yeah, I think everybody is kind of just down on Marvel right now. Thunderbolts
Hmm.
was good though.
It
Thunderbolts
was
was
good.
good.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts was good, but they didn't it just didn't make enough money at the box office. I feel like had they let it like run in theaters like on a large amount of screens how it's supposed to, it would have been
Mhm.
good. I mean, it would have been well when it comes to box office, but it's still a very good film overall because it does dive into deeper I tend to like darker themes in films and like when they're handled well. So it does handle like the concept of depression and like feeling like lost very well.
Mhm. It's called the New Avengers. The New
Yeah,
Avengers.
yeah, the new adventures, yeah. But but Marvel does seem like it may make a turnaround when it comes to the Fantastic Four film because like
Mhm.
that one's looking very promising to me like because it's like kind of
Mhm.
like the start of a new story and it's like leading up to
Yeah.
Avengers Doomsday.
I was
Do you
I
have
like,
any
just hope I just hope they don't rush into it too much. I'm just hoping because this is gonna be
I knew
hard.
I was just when they killed off my guy Tony Stark. I
you
knew
said
I
you what about Tony
was,
Stark?
I was gonna be on Marvel when they killed off my guy Tony Stark.
Uh
Right, they started doing it for me, man. I was like, bruh. And I'm really gonna be real, like my favorite superhero probably ever is Superman, but like Marvel just I think everybody in Marvel collectively played a really big role in the dominance of them as an entity. So like of course I used to watch the Hulk in his movies and then
Hmm.
I watched Spider-Man in his movies, Tobey Maguire and all of them, like cool. But I feel like the best thing they did was, making sure they forcefully integrated all the superheroes as a
Mhm.
collective. And that was the most, I guess groundbreaking thing for the superhero movies and everything. I feel like everyone became fans after that. Because again, I watched all the Spider-Mans 1, 2, and 3 before Avengers. And even the ones before, after the 1, 2, and 3, like the Amazing Spider-Man
oh
before
yeah,
that.
with Andrew Garfield.
Andrew
Probably my
Garfield, yeah.
favorite hero in Marvel. Always grew up a Spider-Man fan. I had the Spider-Man game. Of course, I like the Hulk and everything, but I wasn't very well versed on like Captain America. I didn't really
Yeah.
pay attention to Captain America. I didn't really give a fuck about Captain America. I didn't really give a fuck about Thor and shit before Avengers could give two fucks about Thor. Iron Man, I watched Iron Man movies before the Avengers. I watched Iron Man movies. I was very well aware of Iron Man, but like even like Guardians of the Galaxy, I didn't really give a fuck about really none of the Marvel people until the Avengers. That's when I started paying attention to all of them as collective. Like I love Doctor Strange. That's my guy. I love Doctor Strange. He was a real medical doctor. Everyone, my two former roommates know I was pre-med in undergrad.
Mhm.
So of course, I always, admired Doctor Strange because he was the actual medical doctor. That's not just his name for fun and shit. So like, like It's just like all of that type of stuff. Like I believe like once they killed off Tony Stark, and to me, Tony Stark was like the glue of the Avengers. Like
Mhm.
For sure.
everything was kind of bad. Like even Ant-Man, I wouldn't have gave a fuck about Ant-Man if it wasn't for the Avengers.
Yeah.
I would give a fuck about only one I probably would have gave a fuck about outside was Black Panther.
Mhm.
That was a phenomenal movie.
Yes, the movie was great. I fought with Chadwick, you know, when
Oh,
obviously,
R.I.P.
RP.
but that probably would have been the only one I would have actually went out of my way to watch before this Avengers, thing just kind of took off and got dominant. I mean, now I kind of try to watch. I like Logan, obviously. I like the
That one was
Wolverine,
really good. Yeah.
and of course Deadpool. They're funny over there.
Hmm.
Deadpool, out to them too for doing the collab. But I honestly, I'm skeptical of probably every Marvel thing that's gonna drop. I just can't see it. Maybe the Spider-Mans I'll be excited about, but I'm not really excited about this new Fantastic Four, honestly. Like, I liked Fantastic Four, Inferno, and all those guys, Silver Surfer, all of them cool. But I'm just not too excited. I don't have that same excitement I had
Yeah. Like
seven, eight.
if you want to talk about the face of Marvel, it has to go to Spider-Man.
For sure.
Like Spider-Man has all them
Right now.
games, all the
Right now.
movies, right?
Yeah, I love Spider-Man.
Mm.
Spider-Man, of course, like I said, was day one. I was a day one Spider-Man fan probably since like four. Like I remember I used to have the Spider-Man, the little fake ass web shooters.
Oh
Oh
The
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
had that.
yeah.
I had them hoes too.
little
I had
fake
them
ass,
hoes
Yeah.
too.
I
like
We
the
all
wanted
little
them
had
so bad.
ones.
city shooters, little green shit that come out. I had the little fake ass web shit, like all that shit, bro. Like Spider-Man was definitely, again, every time he dropped a movie, I was gonna watch it. That was probably the only one I was a true fanatic of from Marvel before Avengers. Like he was the first one I was like, damn, like I feel like every little kid think they can just jump and climb on walls and shit. like every little boy just like, all right, I can climb on this goddamn wall. No, you're gonna bust your ass. Like sit down. So I know I can't pick up fucking cars and shit. I'm not the Hulk. I know I can't do that shit. Like, I can't fucking fly, but I can climb on this goddamn wall.
Yeah, for like solo films and series, Spider-Man has the most of everything. Like Spider-Man has like what, 5 TV series or six maybe. Or it has what, 9 movies. Got 2 or 3 games right now, right? Oh no,
Mhm.
not three. Like on the PS2, they got a whole bunch of those.
Yeah, I used to
And what
love.
does Fantastic Four have? They have a TV series. They have 3 films now, or no, 4 films now. Avengers. They have a handful of games, a few TV series, and then all the MCU movies.
Mhm.
Uh, who else? Doctor Strange got a few movies. That's about it. No series. Guardians of the Galaxy. I think they got one series, and then the film series. But really, Spider-Man has the monopoly.
Yes, Spider-Man has always, well, not let me not say always, but he's among like at least since I've been on Earth, Spider-Man has always been like the face of like the Marvel. Like Spider-Man has always been like the character you kind of relate to the most, like even outside of the costume. He's like the person who's just like everyday living. He's like a poor kid who's just trying to be a superhero.
I think another thing with Spider-Man is, like you say, he was a kid. Like he
Hmm.
went to school like me.
Right.
I saw him. I saw him going to
It's that
class.
relatability. Yeah.
Yeah, like he was living a regular life. Like none of them other superheroes I saw go to class. Like, what the fuck? I didn't see Hulk in class, Iron Man in class. Like Iron Man's a goddamn billionaire. I have no fucking relatability to this.
Billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Yeah, no, no. Spider-Man wakes up and goes to class. Me too. See, and then when he gets out of class, he puts on a goddamn costume. He goes and web shit up and swing from motherfucking building to building. I think that's cool. That's cool
For
shit.
sure. I'm definitely looking forward to them. The new Spider-Man is coming out. My mom, they just They just announced that the Punisher is gonna be in it, so I'm
Oh,
looking
that's
forward to
gonna be
seeing that.
exciting, bro.
I remember
Because
the
I
Yeah,
love
Punisher.
that actor, John
Yeah.
Berthel. Oh
John
man,
Bernthal is an amazing actor.
I used to play the Punisher game on PS2.
Oh, but
Like, yeah, going through shooting shit up. That goddamn big ass trench coat he had on.
but yeah, I'm wondering how that's gonna work because well, the Punisher is like a very mature character, and Spider-Man has to be PG-13. So I'm trying to figure out how that's gonna mesh. Like I'm pretty sure they'll make it work for sure. It's
Is it
just
still
interesting to
Tom
see it.
Holland?
Yeah, still Tom Holland.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they gonna have it where it's relatable to children always. I feel like Spider-Man gonna always have to have some relatability to kids.
yeah, of course. Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
definitely
Punisher is more of a adult character, like for sure.
definitely like a nigga who's been through a motherfucking like war and has PTSD versus a nigga who swings building to building and doesn't want to kill people versus like and Punisher is all about killing,
Yeah,
all about killing.
shooting shit
like
with big ass
like
guns.
Hey,
like I
but
need we need to murk these niggas now. Why are we not murking these niggas?
in the the third movie, uh No Way Home, or which one was it? Whenever they
I
was
think
all
yeah, I think
Far
it's No
from
Way Home.
home? Is it
yeah,
far
no
from home? Or no
far
way?
from home. I think that was it. Uh Venom, like a piece of Venom fell off of well, Venom, and it was like in that universe that they're in. So maybe they gonna put Venom in that fourth movie,
Mhm.
and he's gonna get all
I
evil like, and
I
then Punisher's gonna see
I
that,
thought oh my bad, I mean to cut you off. I was just saying that I think that may happen because they're adapting Doomsday and Secret World. So in the comics, Secret World is the comic where Spider-Man gets Venom. I mean,
Mm,
Secret Wars is like the comic where Spider-Man gets Venom. So I think they are going to lead up to that. But they have canceled all the Sony Spider-Man movies, all those like
yeah.
Venom and spin-off movies. I'm glad they did that because them fucking movies were fucking terrible.
Horrible.
Like
Last one was
like
Madam Web, bro. Was the
ass
tip of it.
I'm not
ass.
gonna lie, some of the Venom movies weren't that bad.
No, I enjoyed the Venom movies for what they were, like comedic relief and like a little and like some comfort. But when we're comparing them to like the MCU movies and stuff like
Okay,
that,
yeah, yeah,
it's not the same.
they can't compare.
But they're
Madam
definitely
Web was
enjoyable.
the last straw, bro. That was the last straw for
As
Madam.
like the stuff that they were leading up to, and even in the trailers for Madam Web, didn't even happen in the movie how it's supposed to happen. It was just trash. As
At least
Man,
Venom got
okay.
3 movies.
so
At least Venom got 3 movies.
yeah, I haven't seen the third one yet. I need to
Uh,
see it.
oh yeah, I spoiled it with the little piece of Venom thing. All right.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
Oh
I
no,
know
wait,
about that
I'm stupid.
because
Yeah,
you get because it's in No Way Home.
yeah.
Crazy how you can have Sydney Sweeney and then in the film it still fucking sucks.
So look, I didn't. It took me forever to know SS for Carson. What's his name?
Ken Carson, yeah,
Mm.
Carson. That Sydney Sweeney was the SS. I was like, what
yeah,
the fuck?
yeah,
I just called SS. I was like, my wife is like Sydney Sweeney. I'm like Sydney
yeah.
Sweeney. What the fuck? All
Bro
right.
said my white hoe got big tits. She remind me of Sydney Sweeney.
I'm like, oh, okay, that's why it's called SS. All right.
SS, yeah. Uh, that's a tough ass song for sure.
Oh,
I fuck with SS.
speaking of songs, or I guess not really, but y'all been hearing about XXL or the freshman thing?
Oh yeah,
You talking about the double
rappers.
XL?
Yeah,
Excel.
or
Yeah,
Yeah,
the cipher
I
thing.
yeah,
yeah,
I know a few rappers on there, but a majority of them I don't. Like I'm
yeah.
from
Comments.
I know Ray Vaughn, I know Samara Sen, Rugrat, the white dude,
I do.
motherfucker. Yeah, I know about him. I just started listening to Baby Chief do it. He a tough little dude. Like he got some nice songs.
Damn,
That
I
bro.
boy
only seen like
Jello,
clips
that
from
boy
it.
Jello on there. He might swerve and bend that corner. So you know,
Bro. I
I've
only
been
recognize Jello, bro. I don't even
Jello.
recognize none of these people, bro. I'm
Nah,
getting old, bro.
Rugrat, that Rugrat dude, he got a couple of songs that's out that's kind of popular.
Yeah, Rugrat, he pretty cool.
I've only seen clips of Double XO, but like that Ian kid, that white kid, he was like,
Fuck
damn,
Ian.
damn on my Britney shit. Oops, I did it again, or I hit it again. And then he rhymed again with Bess, and then Bess with Adele or some shit.
What?
He said,
How does that even
well,
rhyme?
look, he said, damn, I'm on my Britney shit. I hit it again. Damn, I'm on my DJ Khaled shit. We the best. Uh, then we rolling something, and then Adele.
Oh,
It was so weird.
rolling in the deep.
Man,
Yeah,
we need to play this. I need to play this now.
like how did any of this rhyme? Like,
I don't know how you came up with that, bro. But I mean, I don't know how he came up with that. But I don't fuck with Ian. Ian kind of to me kind of seemed like another like Post Malone, like a culture vulture kind of nigga.
I don't
But
know.
like,
Post?
but it seemed cool. What you saying?
You don't fuck with Post?
I fuck with Post when I was a teenager and I was just listening to the melodies and the nigga was doing. But as a grown man, recognizing that like he just used hip hop in order to get on with country and the pop shit.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
not
now he's on
yeah,
country.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, no, I don't fuck with Post
Yeah,
Malone.
he's country now. He's in Bud Light commercials with
Because he like
Hmm.
Shane
exactly
Gillis.
like bro
Yeah.
went from
So, so
talking about
basically,
White Iverson to like doing country music. So it's like yeah, you kind of just used hip hop in order to get on because it was the most popular genre, and
so
so you could like
basically, he a
take your
reverse Taylor
style.
Swift. Would you rather him have done the Taylor route, came out country, and then shifted to doing White Iverson? And congratulations.
No, I'm saying that like Taylor Swift has always done country and pop music. So
Yeah.
she stays true to like what she's always done. She's always done country and pop music. Post Malone was like genuine. I mean, like I'm exclusively doing hip hop and rap, and then like did like a sudden shift to country and pop so that he could like sell numbers. And then he kind of talked trash on rap, and while doing the country shit, he said if you want to feel something,
Oh.
don't listen to rap music, which is insane.
Oh, okay, I see. So
I
he
never heard
trash
that.
rap. I never knew that.
I
Okay.
didn't, I
Yeah,
didn't know he trashed rap music.
yeah, he trash rap music and
And one
while
of
doing
his biggest hits is a rap song with a rapper.
exactly.
Because I was thinking Jelly Roll started as a rapper, but he took off as a country guy,
Hmm.
Well,
And
Jelly Roll, I'm not.
yeah,
I know who he is, but I'm not very familiar with his discography.
yeah, but
Kind of new
he's
into the game.
What you say?
yeah.
Kind of new into the game. He got this song out with Lil Wayne right now, off the Carter
Oh yeah,
Six.
yeah, I've heard that one, and I've like heard like snippets of like other songs, but I don't. But I'm not like just very familiar. Like I'm not like an avid listener.
I mean, neither. The country
And
guy I listen to a lot more is probably Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallace. He got
Morgan
Fuck,
Waller.
fuck
yeah.
Morgan Wallen too.
He been doing a lot of culture vulturing too.
Yeah, he can eat a dick too.
But Morgan has had some pretty good songs. I have a lot of Morgan Wallen songs I do like.
Fuck him
Yeah.
and his songs. That's how I feel.
So shout out to Shabuzi. They doing their thing. He doing his
Sh-
thing.
Yeah, yeah. Shabuzi. I like
Oh yeah, I fuck with
Shabuzi.
Shabuzi. I fuck with.
Nah, the
On,
music,
on,
the music industry been kind of interesting lately.
yeah, for sure. We can get into our last topic, the most controversial topic. So I assume all of y'all have been keeping up with the Diddy trial.
Not too much, but yeah.
Okay.
A
Last thing I
little
heard
bit.
was that he was like bawling, crying in court, or like he got on his knees or something.
Huh?
Yeah,
Like he got on his knees and started bawling and
Oh,
crying. Yeah.
yeah, that was after he was found not guilty for the RICO and sex trafficking.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Well,
he was found not guilty. What? What?
yeah,
Yeah, I'll
he
beat
was,
the sex trafficking in the RICO case.
yeah, he was, so like, of the five counts, he was found not guilty on three of them. He was found guilty for the prostitution,
Hmm.
Mm,
but he was found not guilty when it came to the racketeering and the sexual trafficking and all that. Yeah.
mm. Oh boy.
From my perspective, I feel like he should have been found guilty on all the charges because the evidence is astounding. So I don't know how the prosecutors messed up on that account or the defense just did one hell of a job, but it is what it is.
I think because they found some holes in the prosecution, there were some inconsistencies, and that's the tricky part of these sort of cases. If
True.
there's some inconsistencies on your findings, dude, that they'll drive into that quite a bit.
Definitely.
Literally.
That reasonable doubt is a motherfucker. So, and honestly, I feel like it's more. I feel like it was a combination of things. Cassie, knows she's a victim, and so don't want to be, insensitive or anything. I feel like Cassidy was very complicit in a lot of the crimes they were charging him with. So,
Mhm.
and because she was so complicit, I believe it made it because these crimes were so egregious. Like, let's be real, a RICO, basically, that's them saying Cassie, I mean, not Cassie, Diddy was running a criminal organization. Okay, well, if he was running a criminal organization, that means anyone involved with him would also have to be criminals. Cassie was
Mhm.
a person who was involved with him for an extended amount of time. Okay, so you charging him with a RICO. That is what you charge him with. Like, hey, you are doing things that are you're doing things in an organized manner. You have an organization of people that are dedicated to following the things you tell them to do to move forward with crimes. Cassie was one of those people. On top of her being one of those people, the sex trafficking charges. Again, I also believe Cassie was complicit with the sex trafficking being taking place. I mean, and not just Cassie, any woman he was dealing with in the open, in the public, they were definitely committing crimes with him and for him in private. So I believe on top of it being holes in the case, and on top of all the defense, I mean not all the defense, all the witnesses that they called, all of those witnesses probably were telling stories, but again, those stories are probably shaky because those are from old memory, things that happened years ago, probably. On top of their star witness, Cassie, being complicit in half the things they're charging him with, she didn't call the police on him while these supposed sex trafficking crimes were being committed. She didn't call the police on him when she was doing the things that he asked her to do, helping him, get young ladies or men or whatever to come over and, do the things that they were doing. She never once reached out and called the police. So it's like, hey man, at this point, like you got immunity and everything, but bro, you are a real criminal. And I believe a lot of the witnesses, or not a lot of them, but some of the witnesses were coming out saying Cassie was doing things or was
Mm,
complicit with certain things. And
Mm.
that's where I believe a lot of the flaws start to come out in. Like it wasn't like, oh, like yes, obviously Diddy is a criminal, he's done criminal things, especially with the drugging of people. I don't believe in all of that. The forcing people to do certain things, I don't believe in any of that. But again, you have this star complainant or this star witness on the prosecution who was there and very well complicit on these things. And so I believe once you started with that, like the apple was coming from a poisonous tree, you got this victim, Cassie, who is caught on camera, being assaulted. I feel like they were better off just charging him with assault and sticking to the assault charge with Cassie. That's on camera.
mhm.
So they upgraded it from the assault thing now to sex trafficking to RICO, which is RICO. Is no coming back from that if you're guilty of RICO. I don't believe the case was strong enough for RICO, again, considering one of your star witnesses was a part of the RICO. I don't think anyone in that position would, in their right mind, figure out a way to be found guilty of a RICO case when the person who was there against you was one of the people involved. I just can't see that happen logically. I never once thought Diddy was gonna get found guilty for a RICO case. Never. Young Thug just beat a RICO case. Not beat it, but he has probation for his RICO case. A case where multiple people have ended up dead. I think they counted what, like 50 dead bodies in Young Thug's RICO case, J. Luke?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Like around 50? Okay, Young Thug is at home right now.
True.
And supposedly 50 people died in relevance to Young Thug or because of something to do behind Young Thug. If 50 people can end up dead, including even, I think they were saying like it got to the point where law enforcement were ended up dead too.
Hmm.
So you law enforcement officers, innocent civilians, and gangsters or whatever have ended up dead behind one individual person or in the people that follow him. If he is at home, Diddy can also be at home. But because they didn't say anyone died during the RICO, I mean, that was involved in this Diddy
Mhm.
stuff. They didn't say any deaths occurred. They literally said over 50 deaths occurred with Young Thug and YSL.
Mhm.
I'm not saying all things are not equal or this sin or whatever, this crime is worse than the other or whatever. I'm not trying to get really religious or biblical. But again, in real life, we saw a prominent figure come home after being in jail behind his RICO case. This is another prominent figure, a much more powerful prominent figure than Young Thug. Young Thug will probably never be as rich or as powerful as Diddy. It was never a doubt in my mind that he was going to be found not guilty. I never doubted that.
Yeah. While I didn't doubt that he wouldn't get his charge as harshly as I feel as he should be, I I did want to believe that because it was such a like a high profile case and because it was the FBI investigating that they had him dead to rights. So I was maintaining my faith in that. But when you do have that much, like have as much as power and money as Diddy has, and you have like somebody like Brian still on your legal team, you can definitely maneuver the situation how you want to.
Yeah, I think that's damn sure what he did. I mean, and even then, what's the common denominator between this? Brian Steele. Brian Steele got Young Thug home.
Yep,
That's the same dude that got Young Thug home. Now, granted, Young Thug is on probation for the next 15, 20 years, but he's home. And supposedly 50 people are dead because of Young Thug. 50. That is insane. That is insane. Now, again, I'm not saying one is worse than the other, but over 50 people dead behind one person in his group, and he's home now, free, not well, half free, but free, and he's able to walk around. I never once thought Diddy was not gonna be free. There's no way I could believe Diddy would not be free. Again, no deaths occurred. No, not that were brought to the attention of anyone. Now, there probably were some attempted murders. There probably was some attempted murders.
Hey,
I'm about to say there's definitely some arson taking place.
There probably,
I don't
look,
want
look,
to
look,
cut y'all
probably
off
some
real
arson.
quick.
Yeah.
I need to head out real quick.
All
Oh,
right,
okay.
Yeah.
cool.
It was
But
nice. Thank you for
yeah, it was
joining,
nice seeing y'all.
Johnny.
Nice talking to y'all. This has been such a wonderful first video for the Creative J's.
For
Yeah,
sure. For sure.
But yeah, next week we'll be talking about some more stuff.
For
for
sure.
sure.
Thanks for joining us, Johnny.
Yeah, thank y'all. Y'all have a good
All
day
right.
or a
You
good
too.
night. See ya.
See you.
Yeah, man. Like I was just like, bro, like 50 people dead and he's walking free, no deaths versus no deaths. Just like no deaths versus 50. Okay. There's no way in hell he's gonna be in jail for long. There's no way. Like it just didn't make sense to me. Like, nah, Brian still that probably was a simple case for him. Oh, y'all are mad. Y'all are saying people have been assaulted sexually. Okay. There's been a lot of people. Look, and I'm pretty sure they were in the courtroom like, are you Brian Stills probably is a crazy lawyer, like probably making these victims, these real victims feel like trash, probably manipulating them, probably, you know, saying all types of crazy shit to them that shouldn't be said to them as a victim. But again, he's a good lawyer. He's a great one. He got a dude who supposedly was responsible for 50 murders free. So that's a pretty great lawyer to me. But I'm pretty sure that that was an easy case. That was like a layup for him as far as the Diddy case is concerned. That was probably like simple to him. He probably could have did that case in his sleep down there.
Hmm.
They got half the charges dropped before this even before the Rico sentence, the Rico verdict came out and the sex trafficking verdict came out. They had already dropped the arson charge. Then they
Mhm.
already dropped. They had already dropped like three charges that he was getting charged with. Which I don't know how the hell they dropped the arson charge. Because I'm
Bro,
like, that's insane. I would have thought that should have been light work for the prosecution. No, dropped. And then to outright beat the Rico, like outright, he beat it. Like, so that's done. So now, no. So basically, he didn't run a criminal organization, and supposedly he didn't never sex traffic anyone. Again, I'm not saying he did or he didn't. I don't really care about the legal system as a whole. I've seen a legal system make guilty people be innocent, and I've also seen the legal system make innocent people be guilty.
for sure.
So I don't trust the legal system from no lens, no matter who's the person in question. But supposedly, in this situation right here, Diddy did not have a RICO. He was not running a criminal organization, supposedly. But if he did, Cassie was definitely one of the people involved in the criminal organization. For sure. Without a shadow of a doubt. So again, if Diddy was gonna go down for a RICO, there's no way in hell I was gonna be okay with Cassie not also going down. And again, granted, she has immunity, but there's no way in hell I was gonna be okay with this woman involved in one of his loyal members of his criminal organization not also getting punished just because she has this immunity deal. So no, I don't believe he should be punished if she's not gonna get punished. Just like for sex trafficking. Again, for you to be out here sex trafficking, again, now there's people out here that's kidnapping and using women all day, every day. I don't know them doing it as an individual. Most times, sex traffickers are a group of people doing this, and they're sitting here holding women hostage. Now, if you're one man and you're able to do this, sick individual, hey, you got that, I guess. But again, most people are not doing this as individuals, it's a team. So if this man Diddy was responsible for sex trafficking, yes or no? Again, I do believe he did this with a group of individuals. I don't think he did this as an individual. So again, Cassie would have to be a person I would call into question. Like, hey, like you definitely did a part in this. You had a huge part in this, and that's not okay. That's actually not cool at all. And so I don't have no issue with Diddy being found not guilty, which I was confident that he would be found not guilty. Again, that prosecution, I mean, the prostitution charges, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a rich guy. I'm pretty sure most rich guys have participated in prostitution. Most rich guys, public or non-public, will probably be charged with a prostitution charge and be found guilty. Most of them. Probably about 90% of rich people, rich men, have probably engaged in prostitution at some point in time in their rich life. So I don't think the prostitution charges are going to be that serious. I think he'll handle those real quick, and that'll be just that on that.
Mm.
Yeah. But like you were saying, like when it comes to like the legal system, you can definitely make somebody who's innocent look guilty and somebody who's guilty look innocent. It just comes down to like how well you present the evidence and how well you can sway them other jury. And the jury made a decision. So it just is what it is at this point.
I wonder if they saw the freak off videos. I wonder.
Uh, um, if they presented that as evidence, that'd be very interesting. Because that's another thing. There's so much like apparently like there's so much video on other well-known individuals that hasn't been released and like who participated in the freak offs. So I don't know if that ever came into question or if that was ever presented within the case. I don't know if it was even like really part of like what they were trying to come out, even part of what they were trying to like necessarily like convict him for. But
Hmm.
if those videos ever did become public, that would be insane. Like I'm saying insane occurrence.
Oh yeah.
Uh, This has been the Creative J's podcast. I've been joined by Joe B and I've been joined by Playboy JB. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We gonna come forward and like continue to do this series on a regular basis. But thank you for tuning in for the first episode. Appreciate y'all.
See y'all later
See you.
on the next one.